On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype. We make it take flight.
Yeah, man, my viewers and subscribers, what go on. A blessed and wonderful Sunday evening to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now, my peeps, it's another weekend. And as you don't know, anytime it touched Thursday night heading into Friday, alone knockings and clappings, criminal elements out on a rampage. And just a few moments ago, trust me, my peeps, you wouldn't want to know the atrocities that took place at the Scotiabank ATM machine over there in Portmore, St. Catherine, right where them call Sovereign Plaza. Yeah, man, may I tell you. Now, I want to listen to this because this was the warning just before the conning. Listen.
I would make a serious call to the companies that are doing courier services to review their operations, review their tactical maneuvers, review their numbers in terms of these kind of transactions, and to look on the type of vehicle they are using for this. Everybody has to take security serious, There has to be more effort at target hardening and building out the security right across. The police alone will not be able to do it. We suspect this is an organized activity. And if you are tracking, you would observe that we had some of these kind of robberies taking place in other parts of the island. And so we know it's something organized.
I can only encourage all those who handle significant sums of cash to really heighten their awareness and ensure that they're taking all the necessary precautions to minimize the exposure. For us, it's a matter of seeing how we improve. There's different types of equipment to be used. There are different methodologies to minimize the exposure on the pavements, but there's just so much you can do and no more.
That was the voice of Senior Superintendent of Police in charge of the St. Andrews South Police Division in Portmore there. That is Christopher Phillips. And also the voice of George Overton, Director of Public Relations for the Guardsman Group. Now on your screen, I'm pretty sure a vehicle like this looks very much familiar to the ones and ones them. As just a few weeks ago, in Portmore also, this type of vehicle, this security vehicle, came under heavy gunfire, where security guards lost their lives and cash amounting to $10 million was stolen by criminal elements who pounced upon them. Now, a short while ago, in Portmore, St. Catherine, again, at the Scotiabank this time, a similar chain of events took place. Now, that short clip that was played just before the On The Spot News Media intro, the full-length video of that clip is presently posted on my Instagram page at On The Spot News Media 876 on Instagram, where you can see the knockings and clappings unfolding right before your very eyes with armed criminals, heavily armed criminals, and security men and women, probably from the Beryllium Security Company, who is also a subsidiary of the Guardsman Group of companies. Now, my peeps, obviously, Guardsman no learn or them literally no have no regards for the lives of their officers. Now on your screen is one of the criminal elements caught on the move. A whole heap of gunshot beat over them peeps. It's not no joke business. Over 100 rounds was dispensed into that vehicle. When you watch the video, you go see for yourself. Yeah, man. Now, I'm going to show you some clippings from that grimy and brutal scene before I give you more on this news breaking chain of events. Watch.
Roger. I won't spend shell to bomb buckle. Roger, go spend shell.
Now, this is just a small clip of the aftermath. I'm telling you without being exaggerating. Trust me, my peeps, a whole heap of can beat pan the security them. Now, this is how the front of the Scotiabank looks presently. Glass, shell down door, kick open. We get to understand that a firearm was taken from one of the security officers. He was seriously wounded. Still alive, I hope, but up to news time when he was whisked away in the back of a security vehicle, he was still alive and breathing, but he was without his firearm. It is said that the culprits escaped with millions of dollars, including a Glock pistol belonging to the security officer. So my peeps, the thing serious out of John shop there. Now, the criminal elements, as I said, well planned, this thing here. This knockings and clappings in the Sunday evening here was well planned, organized, and carried out by these criminal elements. As the police officers recovered the 2 motor vehicles hidden in bushes along Lakes Pen in Spanish Town, St. Catherine. So I definitely know say the man them have the whole thing planned out properly. So them bring the 2 set of vehicles as you can see on the screen, park them up right there, so jump in another vehicle and take with them body. It is not for sure if any of the criminal elements got hit in that brazen daylight knockings and clappings, but we know for sure the security vehicle shell down, bore up. We don't know what kind of little teeny vehicle this guardsman I use for transport millions of people's money, even though yeah we know say it insured, but still, notwithstanding, a people pitney a drive on a vehicle and on a have to equip them the right way and put more persons in these armored vehicles and stop use them little waterhouse, little patty pan type of bus business there, the little bayside bus them type of business, and transport these type of monies. Get the original armored truck. What happened to them truck there from back then? Import some more trucks like those and stop put people putting their life in a danger. And because it is a Sunday, unconfirmed reports suggest that only 2 security persons was in that motor vehicle. So my peeps, them say a word to the wise is always sufficient. Security officers assigned to work on these type of assignments on a need for first deal with a thing what them call self-preservation. Remember say you have a family to go back home to, which is more important than guardsman and them work. You need for strike, go to the drawing table and make management know say you need better vehicles or so you not go out there, better weaponry cause you not go out there, and you need additional personnel. Force their hands to hire and train more security personnel. At least 4 persons should be on a guardsman armored truck, and not just guardsman but just about any armored vehicle transporting these heavy sums of cash. And we also need to understand that a lot of times people will study you and launch an attack, and sometimes too there is eyes on the inside feeding these criminal elements the information that they need. Greed, my peeps, is very real, and we need to start work with the times that we're living in. Stop playing a fool, stop turning a blind eye to the realities that we're seeing right before our very eyes and put things into place to safeguard the lives of yourself